an environmentalist. Yeah, I do a lot of things.
All right. Now, why modeling?
I would say it started as passion, but then also I saw it as a platform for leadership, and also, yeah, I just loved it from Kitambo.
All right. Now, speaking of, loving it from Kitambo, what are some of the challenges that you've been through in this particular journey?
So I'd first say there's specific types of modeling.
Yeah.
There's pageant. Pageant is the one for Mr. and Miss, the one where people go to contest for crowns, and then there's editorial. So for me, I majorly focus on pageant, which is the one for Mr. and Miss. It's a contest. So the biggest challenge there is getting the outfits, because it's not easy. You have to invest in your own outfits, and in order to gain marks and be the best, you need to have one of the best outfits among the the group you are contesting with. So that's one of the challenges. Another challenge would be there's an issue with corruption. I know my fellow models know what I'm talking about. Well, it comes from not all pageants. Some, corruption is, sorry to say, it's something we are dealing with as a country, so it's all over. So even at the industry, we still face it. So sometimes you get an organizer, they have a specific person in mind. The judges, maybe they have a specific person, wameongea huko nyuma, they're like, I'll give you this, Yeah, so those are the two.
You mean, mumeenda runway, mko at least 10 contestants, but the judges already know who's the winner.
Yeah. So it happens, but we are trying to face it. We are trying to change the industry for the ones who are coming after us.
And how do you see, the diversity, the trends in the modeling careers at now? Of course, modeling is a grow, si kama kitambo. So how do you see the trends in modeling?
Right now, I'd say we are at a very nice place, because it's not like, like when we were starting, we didn't have so many platforms, we didn't have so many opportunities. Right now, you can get models, they're getting gigs, they're getting adverts, they are being booked for shows. Back then, Kitambo, there weren't too many. There was just maybe the big pageants, Mr. and Miss Kenya, and then that's it, the big platforms. But right now, there's so much you can do in the industry, keeping up with the trends. Yeah.
And watu wenye hawajaingia kwa modeling, most of the times they discourage themselves. They say, I'm too short, I'm chubby. So what keeps you fit to maintain this particular body of being you?
Personally, I wouldn't say there's anything I do because, okay, I would be lying if I say I go to the gym, maybe once in a while, but I wouldn't say that's the major thing. But maybe there's someone who keeps up with going to the gym, checking their diet, but personally, I wouldn't say.
And is that a misconception that most people say, because I'm short, I can't join modeling, because I'm chubby, I can't join modeling?
It depends, because now when it comes to modeling, it depends which category you want to major in. Let's say if you want to do high fashion is where you have designers and then you have a big runway, they just walk like what they do in Hollywood. Now there they are very specific on heights. They take, I think, 5'7" and above. So for now, like high fashion, some models, if you are not 5'7" and above, you can't join. But the other ones, like beauty pageants, editorial, you can. So maybe the misconception comes when someone doesn't have enough knowledge. They have an idea, but they don't have the full information. But it is there.
All right. For someone who's not a model, what are some of the the steps? How do you prepare for for shoots, and as in how does it happen?
It depends. Personally, I would talk more on pageants because it's the one I'm more experienced in. So for a beauty pageant, you just have to look for an upcoming contest. Mostly they happen yearly. So after 1 year, let's say you are crowned today, Mr. EBN, you will hand over the crown next year after 1 year. So what a model can do, an upcoming model, is to be on the lookout for these events, for these contests, pageants when they happen. So let's say you are keeping up with the trends. Let's say it's a page, it's a company you are following. So when they start to post the auditioning, you turn up, you go for the audition. If you're picked, you start training, they guide you on what to do, the steps, and then you reach the crowning day and the best one wins.
And you spoke about, Mr. EBN. So if someone clinches a title, most of the people ask themselves, I'm Mr. EBN, then what?
Now it depends. Sometimes the company offers things like partnerships, opportunities, brand deals. They connect you to people, to opportunities. But then if it's not there, it's up to you as a model. You know what you want in the industry. You know the levels you want to reach. So if the company is not paving the way, it's up to you to find your own way in the industry. Yeah.
And you spoke about, you major in pageantry. So have you ever experienced rejection, and how do you handle that?
I would say my journey has been quite nice. I wouldn't complain, but then it is there. I would say that it's not really a rejection, but maybe we join, we go and contest, and you don't win. So, but then we are told there's always a next time. We can't all be winners, because let's say we are contesting 20 girls. We can't all wear the crown. We can't all win that day. So, yeah, I would say, I don't know if it's rejection is, I don't know.
It's not rejection, because all of you can't be, miss that title.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, according, the industry as at now, do you see like the modeling industry is getting support that it should be?
No, we are not getting the support we should be.
And why is that? And what are some of the things that you may propose that may be included in the modeling industry?
I feel like as models, we are not getting much opportunities out there, because there is this misconception that influencers, and by influencers I cut across artists, dancers, everyone out there, they're sometimes categorized as models. So you find if there's opportunities that they're coming through, they look at them as the first priority, whereas they are majoring in something else. Let's say someone is a dancer, someone is an artist, but when it comes now to a deal or a gig, now they are categorized as a model. So I would say we are not really getting the support we would be. Second is from the government. There is so much we can do as models in terms of environment, in terms of mental health, in terms of, girl-child empowerment. There's really so much we can do, and I would urge our leaders to look into our direction. Yeah, there's so much we can work on together.
And of course, most of the times you see during an event, girls are, actually many than the men. How is that? As in why is that? As in men are less than the ladies.
It's an issue that's been addressed. I don't know why, but right now the current misters, the current title holders, they're working on it. I don't know if the guys are shy to come out, or we are still trying to figure it out. But it's true, it's there. The turnout sometimes is a bit low, but right now things are changing.
I actually had a friend who's a male, and asked him how he clinched that victory, and he said there were 3 of them.
Like 3, 2, yeah.
So it's actually easy to pick points. Now, for that, a lady who wants to join modeling, what advice will you give that person?
For someone who would want to join, I would tell you, don't give up. Pursue your passion, your talent. If it's something you really want to do, it's a nice industry, it's a nice platform. Just have discipline, know what you want, have the hard work, and things will align for you.
All right, and you as Nzilani, where do you see yourself maybe in the next few years?
Oh, wow. In the next 5 years, I see myself as a very big fashion host, doing red carpet interviews, and I see myself as someone who upcoming models would look up to, and they say, I would want to be like her, I would want to reach levels like her. I am joining this because she did it, she conquered, and now she's there. So if I join, I can also be something for myself. So the future is really bright.
And of course, if you had, the chance, what would you change in the modeling industry?
Wow, that's a nice one. What would I change, really? I think I would do more campaigns, especially for the guys, because the turnout is a bit low. So I think I would want to champion more for the guys, and I would want to advocate for the mental health of models, because sometimes you find if you lose, someone is discouraged, they cry, they don't want to do anything with modeling. I would really want to change that for people out there, so that they see this as something very nice, something they can pursue as a talent, and something you can do professionally and earn a living from it.
All right, and most of the guardians actually, when your child wants to venture in modeling, most of the maybe guardians and parents want their kids to do white collar jobs and stuff. How was your experience with your guardians in regards when you tell them, or rather when you told them that you want to to pursue fashion and fashion design? Yeah.
My mom was very supportive. Shout out to her. I know she might be watching. So my mom was very supportive. She is until now. So I would say it has been a nice journey because of her. And I would urge parents out there to really support their kids, because if you give them support, they will go far. Because let's say there's this your child, maybe a he or a she wants to contest, but now the outfits are a challenge. But then if you come in as a guardian, as a parent, you chip in, you help, they'll be motivated, they'll get that outfit they want, and when they reach that runway, they'll do their best and they'll win.
That's actually true, because talents are really paying out here. People are eating from their talents. Of course, I've seen many people, they have pursued careers, big careers in the universities, and of course, but they are depending on their talent. Right now, Zilani, do tell us about, even as we wind up, maybe someone wants to, partner with you, maybe wants you to advertise their products for, editorial and stuff. How will that person reach you out?
So in case you want to reach me or contact me, my social media handles, Instagram is Nzilani_Liz, Facebook is Liz Nzilani, TikTok, Liz Nzilani. I also have a YouTube channel, Liz Nzilani. You can go check out some of my works. Yeah, and if you would want to book me for a gig, for a show, you can reach me through any of those platforms and I will respond.
All right, thank you so much, Liz Nzilani, for making time to be with us here this particular morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it is exactly 33 minutes past the top of the hour. You've heard it from the model herself about the modeling industry. Of course, I hope that you've got some insights and you've been educated in matters modeling. Of course, if you want to join modeling, I'd urge you to. Right, it is exactly 33 minutes past the top of the hour. That's not to wrap up our program. You've been watching The Drift. My name is Martin Masharia. And of course, later on in the top of the hour at 9 a.m., Cinda Nanjali will be coming up in a few to bring you up to speed, those making headlines on matters state of the nation. All right, that's what's coming up in the top of the hour at 9 a.m. My name is Martin Masharia. Do have yourself a lovely day. Of course, we shall be continue keeping you tabs with those making headlines from across our 47 counties and of course across the borders, even as the celebrations that are currently going on in the morning of the late former Prime Minister, that is Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Of course, may he continue resting in peace. My name is Martin Masharia once again, and let's meet again when God says we do.